Hi, welcome to Althea Talks. In today's video, we are going to see 6 important strategies that will help parents to develop their child's language holistically. The first being a very good role model to the child. So instead of telling the child, talk like this, do that, I would want to tell the parents that when we do it, what they learn from us doing it is 10 times much better than when we tell them to do it by our words. So instead of telling, say hi to this uncle or tell bye to this auntie, in that particular moment, you start saying what you expect from the child. Like hi, see ya, bye. And instead of putting the child into that environment of pressure, let them only learn from being a role model for us. All the examples. For example, the child wants water and the child is still not saying the word water. So when the child is asking water from you, he might be pointing at the water, or he might be showing you gestures. So as soon as you see that, you tell him, oh, Acha, you want water? So your mama is giving you water. Please drink water. Let me take a bottle of water and drink it along. Yeah, so these are the kind of small changes that you could do to develop language in that part. And the second thing being to talk to them as responsive adults. We might think that my child is barely a year old. What is she going to understand? Why am I talking so much to her? It doesn't make sense. I look like a fool. No, of course not. Our children's brains in the first 5 years are I don't know how I can put it in words, but it's the massive development that they see. The brain is almost 80% all the tools are formed by the first 5 years. So hence, I would say to respect them as adults, and you're forming the best foundation by talking to them. It could be about you describing how your day went and what would you like to do in your free time. How would you like to bond with each other? It's a lot of talking. Please do that and you will see a lot of changes in the child. And the third thing I would like to mention is reading to your child. Reading age-appropriate books is very, very important. So the research states that as early as 4 months of age, children start reciprocating to reading. The more we read, the better the vocabulary. And reading not necessarily being English, it can be in your mother tongue, it could be the language of the region that you're living in, or any language that you love. Please read. And always I get questions where mothers especially ask me, how do I read this whole book to my child? My child will not understand these complex things. Should I translate them from English to the mother tongue? No, not required. See, when you are reading it, you're reading the book to them, whether it be English or any language, there is no need to translate it. You read the book 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. It gets back in the memory, the child starts relating the pictures in the book to the activities and then for the sentences. So it does not require for you to translate it, but only reading. Yeah, and then the third thing is to encourage British play. So we will see at around 1 year of age, if the parents are using laptop, there's a lot of work from them happening. We will see the children on the laptop playing with it, pretending to be, working on it, and then using a mobile phone and pretending to be talking about it. Encourage them. Get into the game with them. Get into their level and talk to them. That helps. And then the next thing I would like to mention is about parallel talk. Parallel talk is nothing but a running commentary that's happening. Let us say we all watch cricket, we all watch sports. So what happens in the commentary box is what I want you to do with your child. For example, the child is playing with a red colored card. So you start, talking to the child about what he is doing and not expect him to reply back to you. Here we're not talking about reciprocation, but only making the child, aware of the language richness involved. So for example, this one rubber band, what can we talk? Let's say now our child is holding this. We'll say, Arushi, wow, is that a rubber band? A blue color rubber band. It's round in shape. What are the shapes do we know? What can we do with this? come on, let me tie your hair with it, or do you want to tie it on your doll? So these are opportunities for us to explore language within them. Yeah, and this is what would be wonderful. Parallel talk and modeling play great roles in developing language in a child. And the fifth thing is narrating. Do a lot of narrations and descriptive around the environment where this. And the next thing I would like to tell you is about not restricting your child to one language. There was always a myth that do not communicate to a developing child in more than one language. It is going to hinder their language development. As I stated, it is a myth. The more the language, the more you communicate with the child, and there is not going to be any delay because of more language exposure. As of all, now in the whole world, we are all, at least, we use 2 languages. We are bilinguals, all of us. So there is no need to stop at one language. Kindly introduce your children as many languages as you would love to. And as many languages as you know. Not necessarily you have to tell them some language which you don't know. But the languages that are regularly used in your household can be used with your children. And other things, rhymes. Rhymes and actions and gestures, they all play a very, very big role in developing language. I hope I am clear with what I've told you. So what are the key points today? We're talking about modeling, we're talking about parallel talk, pretend play, keeping a language-rich environment, and then explaining narratives, talking together, and not criticizing their speech. If they're making small errors, please don't make a big hula about it, or there shouldn't be no laughs about it. So this goes in 2 directions. 1, it puts the child's confidence level down, and 2, the child keeps repeating the mistakes to make us laugh. So he or she thinks that this gains attention and it's something, they are having fun with. The child start repeating these mistakes again and again, which eventually become a habit. So let's not do these small mistakes, and let's make the environment a better place for our children to pick up language naturally. Thank you.